your left, the closer to the wall, and you place one or both hands or forearms against the wall as you can. You're lifting higher and you're trying to bring your chest closer to the wall. So you're not only stretching back of your right leg, but nicely you open your chest again, shoulders area, your arms. If it's too much stretching, you keep your arms lower. Maybe stretch just one arm at a time for 1-2 breaths. You can switch. If you find good breaths, you're not holding your breaths, could be both arms. And you're trying to push your chest towards the wall. And slowly, just relax. Now, left leg back. So it's exactly the same distance, right forward. Push both legs straight. Inhale. And exhale, arms. If you've got the wall, just flex your wrist. You've got your palms nice and flat against the wall. Your shoulders level. Inhale and exhale. Or the chair works as well. Now stretching the back of your left leg. Mostly hamstring and your calf. Don't worry if you can't press your heel directly on the floor. It's all about stretching. And now again, bending your right, shifting balance, leaning forward. And could be hand, could be forearm, or lifting higher. But as your arm higher, you're trying to bring your chest closer to the wall. So other one is close to your shoulders, or lifting both arms together. But if it's too deep stretch, just one arm. And you can hold for one breath. You can switch, or both together. And slowly, just relax. Okay. Like the exercise against the wall, that's so good. And the wall really, really helps. Okay, if you don't have chair, no problem. Get it up without the chair. So now your legs nice and wide. Both feet pointing forward. So you got all the joints, your ankles, knees, your hips facing the same direction. Hands on your hips because these joints, this is the place when you're making the movement. I show you from the side. So your upper body, your torso is like a one straight line. You can't bend in the middle from your belly to roll your back. You can only bend, you're trying to bend from your hips, okay, like this. So the pelvis movement as you're tilting forward, so belly pushing down to the floor, helps you to stretch this long muscle here, your hamstring, and a big group of your glutes. So it doesn't matter how low you go, is holding both legs straight, comfortable stretch, and your lower back is nice and flat. If you'd like to stretch a little bit more, slowly, very gently, controlling balance, you're trying to rock your body front and back. Hands could be on your hips. You can place on your back, on your lower back, pointing elbows upright, so that's a nice stretch for your chest and your shoulders. And just check how's your head position. Make sure not dropping your head down. Look down to the floor, but you've got neck with your spine line. Perfect. And on. As you're rocking forward, you're going to feel deeper stretch, back of your legs and your glutes. Hands and hips, and slowly all the way up. Staying in the same position. Try to squeeze your glutes and engage your abs. We need this good stability in your hips. Right? Now arms to your side, and you're trying to reach side to side. Doesn't have to be big movement. It's all about mobilize your lower back area, work with your core. Inhale, center, and exhale to your side. Inhale, exhale. You need to feel the stretch on your right and now on your left. And a few more. Inhale, and slowly exhale. Inhale, slowly exhale. Perfect. Let's finish on your right. And slowly relax. Okay, I'm going to increase the stretch right now. Not only in your core area, but all the way. So now you got your left arm straight, and you slowly, as you exhale, bend to your right. Feel the stretch all the way. Make sure that your left arm straight. Inhale, going back to center. And as you exhale, bend to your right side. Relax your right shoulder. Very good stretch. It's on your left, but we're building strength in your core, your obliques. They are really active right now. They're contracting. You can even feel it on your right side. So you've got two benefits from this one. Stronger core and more flexibility, mobility in your lower back. Inhale and slowly exhale. Perfect. Let's try the same. Your right arm up. Inhale and slowly exhale. Now relax your left shoulder. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Well done. Maybe two more. Inhale. And slowly exhale. And slowly relax. Okay. Now, trying to turn your left leg out. But you need to be careful if you're changing position of your hips. So you're moving your leg out, but you're trying to hold your hips square. So you don't want this movement. If you don't have enough flexibility, mobility in this joint, left hip, your body is going to pull your hips as your left leg is pointing. So you can make this movement with your left as long as your hips facing forward. Squeezing glutes helps to hold good stability. So hopefully that's clear, because this is the way to work with these muscles here inside of your left leg and strengthen glutes, especially around your left side as well as your hip. And the same movement, but only on your one side. So inhale and slowly exhale. So right foot is still pointing forward, left depends. Maybe is to your right, maybe it's just slightly out. As long as you feel the stretch on your left leg, and again, right side, that's all what we need. Inhale, release, and exhale, reaching to your left. Feel the stretch again. Two more times. Shoulders relaxed. Inhale, and slowly exhale. Perfect. Maybe one more. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to hold the legs the same. Lift your left arm. So you're going back to the same muscles, but we add the stretch on your left leg. Inhale, back to center, and slowly exhale. Try to relax your right shoulder, right arm. Good breaths. Inhale, and slowly exhale. Okay, now both arms to your side. Again, you try to reach to your left, and now left arm pointing to the floor, and you're trying to lift your right as high as you feel. Good stretch, but you're not twisting your body. That's a compensation. Just too much, and your body is going to pull to your left. So be aware, you're holding your shoulder and your arm still pointing high. So you don't have to be in line, could be somewhere here. But as long as you're holding your chest, shoulders facing forward, you've got the green light to go a little bit deeper stretch. Still stretching the same muscles. So left leg, right side, strengthen obliques on your left. Inhale and slowly exhale. Perfect. Let's do one more. Inhale and slowly exhale. Well done. So we need left pointing forwards, your left foot, and now trying your right. But again, as long as your hips facing the same direction, don't want any rotation. Why? Because when you turn your hips to your right, we're not going to stretch your right leg that much because that's the way body goes easy. The easy doesn't mean it's a good way to stretch the muscles. We need to stretch them by holding hips forward and you're moving only your leg from your hip, turn out. So it doesn't matter what's the range of movement, it's just for now. So respect your limitations, just hold glutes engaged and hips nice and square. And both arms in high and again to your right this time. Shoulders relaxed, perfect. Inhale, slowly exhale. It's important, especially for beginners. You focus so much on the movement, but don't forget to keep breathing. Okay, that's why I decided, okay, link movement, teach you how to control it, and also in some poses, some breathing actually helps to engage your muscles all stretch. Excellent. Maybe one more. Inhale and slowly exhale. Now your right, pointing down, just front of your leg, and now lifting left. So you need to check how high you can lift without compensation. You're actually able to pull your left shoulder back to open your chest even more and relax your arm. So you're holding this position, just your left arm. Inhale, lifting up and slowly exhale. Perfect. And two more. Inhale and slowly exhale. And one more. Slowly go up, legs the same, but you come back to stretch your right side. Few more times. Inhale, slowly exhale. Check how's your shoulder. Hope there's no more tension in your left side. Nice straight arm reaching up to the ceiling. Sometimes I can see people just trying to pull down to the floor. Now it's reaching high. So that's the way to feel the stretch in your arm and your right side. Perfect. Looking amazing. Back of your both feet pointing forward. And again, bending forward from your hips like a hinge. Look down. And this time, when you inhale, lift your chest just a couple inches. And when you exhale, try to think about your abdominal muscles and try to pull them in through the spine. When you activate this area, your belly, you've got more chance to go lower with the stretch. So it's all about controlling your core. I show you from the side to stretch back of your legs and lower back. Inhale, just a few inches up to release the stretch, and exhaling lower to the position, both legs straight. You're happy with the stretch, especially the upper part, back of your legs. Always stretching needs to be comfortable, okay? No discomfort. Be too many reps for you. You can just stop, take a break anytime. I can show you what you can do, but you know your body the best. It's enough. Sure is. And slowly all the way up. Okay. Bring your legs together. Let's do some balance. Really good for your joints, especially your ankles and your knees. So try to hold your legs together, feet together, and pull your knees in. So it's like this movement. Pull them in together. So instead of two separate legs, we've got one strong. So that's the idea. And again, strong core, abs and glutes, because that's the center for your gravity. That's the center for the balance. So don't focus too much on your heels to lift them up. Think about movement. Your hips lift and slowly down. Because this movement is from here. When you use your core, you're going to feel position is more stable. Because glutes just holds everything in the right place. Yeah, I can see you guys moving. That's good. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe one more. Okay, now you need all your balance on your right leg. So engage your glutes on your right side and your quadricep. How to do it? Think about some movement like trying to lock your knee, right knee. So that's the way. Just pull back and up to activate your thigh, okay, front of your leg. Now all the balance depends on your right leg. That's why we need to use all the muscles. And you're trying to lift your leg. Doesn't have to be high as long as you've got position, really strong, good balance. Takes time, practice to lift higher. Point is just work how to hold the balance on your one leg. Really good to strengthen your ankle and your knee. Yeah, I can see knees good, pretty high. Inhale and slowly exhale. Okay, so you can hold this position. Maybe you're ready to move for the next step. Left hand on your knee, front of your knee, or both hands to pull your knee closer to your chest and lifting up. That's right. Okay. Chris is still with me. So now flex your left foot, toes pointing up. So you're locking your joint. And now right hand on your heel. And you're trying to lift your foot. Chris, are you okay? As long as you've got balance, you can try next step. That's right. Perfect. It's not about straight leg. It's about stretching calf and your hamstring as you're playing with the balance at the same time. Right for knees and ankle, especially your right leg. Perfect. That was good. Now, all your attention on your left side. We need all the strength right now on your left leg. So again, quadricep and glute. Lift right leg. Inhale and slowly exhale the floor. A few more times. Always we go easy step by step. Give your body idea what's going on, what for we preparing right now. Instead, just go straight away. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, if you're fine, hold or you can keep going our leg up and down or now left or both. Next step, balance is strong, lifting, pulling higher your leg. Now left hand, right foot, opposite hand, opposite foot, and you're trying to lift. If you've got good balance and flexibility, back of your right leg. Perfect. Inhale, that's a learning process. Exactly, that's what it is. Inhale and slowly exhale. And relax. Okay, shake legs. All right. Now legs together. Again, balance on your right. And now I'm coming back to range of movement, flexibility. Right now it's your left. So we're trying to move only your leg out and in. Inhale, moving out to stretch. And exhale, bring in. Thigh. You need to squeeze your glutes. Okay, hold your muscles, buttocks muscles nice and tight as you're moving your leg in and out. Because when you've got these muscles under control, they help to hold hips square. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. You can hold, you can try your left foot higher. Could be on the floor, all depends how's your balance today. The best place to place your foot is below or above your knee. So if you're in the middle, you're actually reaching your knee joint. Place just your heel above your knee and toes pointing to your left. You like to avoid any pressure on your knee joint directly. So you need to be below, flat foot. If you can't place really high, but you can lift higher, but on your knee level, just your heel above your knee, still on your muscles. That's right. Yeah, you are still with me. So let's try to change this position by lifting your arms. Inhale And slowly exhale. Strong glutes. Try to squeeze them even stronger right now. Maybe one more. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Perfect. And relax. Okay. Strong left leg. And now right. Inhale. Out. Exhale. Bring in. Feel the movement is only your leg from your hip joint. That's it. We're not twisting, we're not rotating whole body. It's just your leg to work with the range of movement. Inhale and exhale. Check your shoulders. Hope there's no tension as you're trying your best. Good. And again, hold toes on the good balance. But if you're feeling, yeah, I can do more, that's fine. It's always good to try and check what you actually can do, especially beginners. We don't know. Everything is new, and you're just learning about your body, about your ability, what you can achieve, what you can do. So please remember, if you got your foot in your knee joint, just place your heel above your knee. But keep it lower still works. If the balance is strong, you're happy to add something extra for more challenge. Drive your arms. Inhale and slowly exhale. Perfect. One more. Let's try. Inhale and slowly exhale. And relax. Shake your legs again. Give them some break. Cool. All right. Now place your feet with your hips width apart. Hands on your hips. And now just step back your left leg. So that again, both feet pointing forward. You can notice your left automatically without thinking going to turn to your left because it's easier to hold the balance. That's the easy way. But we don't have the right position to work with your hamstring on your right. So correct position of your left foot as much as you can, pointing forward. Could be slightly out, but we're trying to move your foot, the back foot, pointing forward. So hold your hips, again, the same direction. Hands on your hips. And as you remember, from your hips, movement, bend forward. Your spine nice and long, looking down to your right foot. So using muscles in your neck as well as you're stretching your legs. Again, gonna be your left calf, hamstring, especially the part behind your knee, and right leg is the upper part, glutes, and the top part of your hamstring. So as low as you go, it's gonna be deeper stretching. Just make sure that lower back nice and flat, because otherwise, body is compensating by changing alignment in your spine. Spine needs to be really strong, really long. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Perfect. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Maybe one more. And slowly relax. Okay, step to the front. I'm going to change the side. Now right, back. Make sure you're able to place your foot nice and flat. We need good stability right now. Both feet flat on the floor. So if you bring your foot too far, it's going to be harder to hold the balance. Move closer, move forward, so you've got good stability right now. Hands in hips again, and feel the stretch right now. Lower part of your leg on your right, and the upper back, your left side. Inhale, trying to release, lifting chest, and exhale, trying to stretch and go deeper. If you're going to feel after a few movements, your muscles responding quite nicely, you can go lower. Inhale and exhale. Inhale And slowly exhale. And let's go up. Okay. Let's start your legs wider than your shoulders width apart and your feet slightly out. And now trying to do a squat position. First, you're flexing your hips, going low with your hips, bend your knees. Check how low you can go, holding heels on the floor. Excuse me, guys. I show you from the side. It's important if you're leaning forward, so you got your head lower than your hips, or the right way is going from your hips down. That's why in yoga we call it chair pose, because it's like sitting on the chair. You're sitting upright. Head is higher than your hips. And what is important in this position, where your knees are pointing, okay? You've got your feet slightly out, so your knees pointing the same direction, okay? When you look on your toes, imagine the line goes from them out, your knees follow the lines, okay? So you're not doing this. When you've got your toes out, leg needs to go out as well. And depends how deep you can go. You're staying wider with your legs, with your knees and toes out, your feet out, to practice and improve flexibility in your hips, glutes, but also mobility in your ankles. Sometimes people have got flexible muscles, hips, and they say, I can't go really deep with my squat. Why? Because of the ankles mobility. So if you can go really low, now you're just placing your feet, holding the same position, just keep your feet pointing forward. It's the same distance, but we're pointing your feet and your knees forward instead out. So that gives you different position, different work for your hips. And if you notice you can go that low as the first option, I advise to carry on the first one as you got more flexibility and mobility in your joints. So that's the way to progress. If you're going really deep in the option 2, now you're bringing your heels closer. So we've got feet out again, but they're closer. So as you can see, we started here, and that was the first option. This is the 2, this is the third one, and that's the way to go one day with cross legs. Okay, show you again. So you start with your legs. Your hips at the part could be slightly wider if you're really struggling to go, so you need more space. But remember, don't pull your knees together, push them out, okay? So when you're going really low, you progress with this position. You're going to place your feet pointing forward, and as you're going down to your squat, your knees pointing forward as well. Next step, bring your feet, just your heels closer. And again, pushing knees out. So always remember, in the squat position, this is crucial to work correctly with your muscles without cause any problem with your joints. Usually the first one are knees, could be hips, but most of the cases they are knees. I know lots of people, they went for the personal training, knee problem, can't exercise anymore. That's why, because the squat position was wrong. So remember, never pull your knees together. It's only one cause you can do it if you've got your feet together. So you can hold your knees together. But the body is designed so your legs are attached to your hips. So you always keep the same distance between them. So when you've got your feet with your hips apart, knees the same. So when you notice you're doing squat and you've got knees together, you can use your hands, push knees out, or you can use something like a block, blanket. If you exercise at home, if it's studio, you can use the blocks. So you all just hands, make a fist and bring it here. So you're trying to stop this movement because that gives you the incorrect position for your knees and the muscles working differently, and it's different as the knee was designed. Okay? Shake your legs again. Okay. How are you doing, guys? All clear? You got any questions so far? Yeah, all good?
If anybody has any questions, feel free to unmute your phone and ask Alicia anytime.
Yes, of course.
I muted everybody.
Please do. I'm open for any questions, guys.
I've got a question. So I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you and your back whenever we do the bend at the hips, your back is as flat as the wall.
Yeah.
Flat as a table. I always feel like I don't know how to tell when my back is straight as you're saying we should have.
You can try, if you've got the mirror somewhere, the long one, you can check what's the position. But I don't have any mirrors in my studio. So the way when I ask my clients, my participants to check, placing your hands or elbows like this, so reaching for your opposite elbow, and as you're going lower, you're going to feel the back is pushing against your arms to be lifted, or you don't feel any pressure from your lower back. Make sense?
Yeah.
Or later on, as you've got more range of movement in your shoulders, you're placing flat hands on your lower back, and you can feel if it's anything changing in your lower back. So you're going to feel this movement in your pelvis, tuck under. It needs to be tilted forward. That's the way to work. Okay. So you can start here, and I think this is the easy way to check if you actually got lower back the right position, because when you're going to feel is pushing up, is rounded.
Got it.
To stretch hamstring, because it's a long muscle, it's all about pelvis movement. Because this muscle is so long, it takes lots of time and it's very tricky to actually correctly stretch them. So I've got people coming to my studio saying, I'm stretching my hamstring, I'm using some physio pictures or any routine they exercise, and they say, my hamstring is not getting any more flexible. And I say, okay, let's try something. And this is compensation. If you're feeling like movement is from your belly, just putting everything in, body is compensating, because this is the easier way to go. It's not ready for the fully stretched hamstring. That's why the first exercise against the wall is a first step to work for flexible muscles, especially the upper part of your hamstring. Okay? This one. You've got your hands against the wall, you start your knees bent, and you just work. Inhale, slowly exhale. That's the way to go. So that's why if you've got the wall or something, you're pushing your chest down, and automatically, because of the movement from your shoulders down, you're tilting your pelvis forward. And that gives you eventually completely flat back. As you start, of course, it's gonna be some curving here, but just think about your hips. Tilt forward, bend from your hips. So when you place your hands in your hip joints, when you're moving down, you're going to feel, you just put the pressure on your hands, which means you've got the right position for your spine, even if it's not straight. But you're moving your pelvis correctly, and this is what is more important right now. But if you're holding your hands here and you can feel your hands, your belly bringing closer, movement is from your back. So you need to be aware of that. Okay? Any more questions?
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I just sent a text because the dog is barking. I know that yoga is firming up your muscles, toning, can it be weight loss as well?
Oh yeah, of course. Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing lots of different classes, and I got the different name, not because I want to have more variety of yoga style in my schedule, but depends what the position you do and the movement between and how fast is the session. Is more for stretching, gentle way, just for relaxation. But I've got really energetic classes like sculpt yoga, which is only 30 minutes and it's enough. We've got fat burn yoga, so more movement of your arms, to rise your heart rate at the same time. So you can do similar poses, similar movement, but it depends how fast is the transition between the poses and the movement with your arms. You're rising your heart rate and losing weight, of course. Yes. Yeah. If you go the easy, like a gentle yoga, probably not that much. But if you're looking for more energetic session where it's more movement, you're going to sweat. Yes, I've got people, usually men, because they've got lots of muscles, so for them it's a proper workout. So they sweat on the session and they always say, Alicia, this is so unfair. I'm sweating like crazy and I have nothing. And I say, good for you because you're burning fat. I don't. But yeah, definitely, yeah. If you choose the right type of yoga, you've got this benefit to losing weight for sure. Yes, no doubt about this.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Any more? Or are we going to do a little bit more stretching? Okay, ready for more? So let's lay down your back. It's important how you go into the position. Especially if you're a beginner and let's say you don't have the strength, because when you go in the gym, you're working, doing some fitness, you've got these strong core muscles. But let's say you've got someone who's total beginner and the core muscles, belly area, is not that strong. So how to safely, without putting any impact on your lower back, to go from sitting down to lay down position. So you start with your feet flat, bring your hands behind, your palms facing forward, and you slowly just rolling back. Go on your elbows, bring your knees close to your body, and slowly start to roll down on the floor. So that's the easy way, controlling the movement, the speed as you go, and go easy on your lower back. And I think we've done this last time. Very easy, simple, which is the best one really, because you can't go wrong if you're doing at home, and that's what this is. Because when I've got people in the class, I can do different core exercise because I can watch them. This is one we can do at home and you know you're doing correctly. So you start with your knees close to your body, arms as well close to you, beside your body, and you're just moving your legs slightly out, and when you exhale, try to pull them in. Very small movement, but what is important, you've got stability in your hips. So when you're moving your legs out, you're not tilting your pelvis. There's no movement in your hips area. So check if you're moving your legs out and you're able to bring your hand or even your arm underneath your lower back, means you're not using your core. You're moving your legs out as long as your lower back is stable down on the floor, because that's the sign you're using core muscles. You've got enough strength in your abs to move your legs up. So the movement could be very small, just few inches, and you're still working for stronger abs, and also it's a nice stretch for your lower back. So you got two great benefits for your body: stronger belly area and more flexibility in your lower back. As you're getting stronger, how to progress? Just moving your legs further. We're not touching the floor anymore. We're trying to move your legs out or even stretch them completely. As long as it's no shoulders lifted up, no tension in your neck. And this is important. This is the key to make this exercise effective and safe for your lower back. I've got clients coming to me after personal training for years, and they say, you know, my back right now is ruined. I said, but you've done personal training, so your abs supposed to be very strong. But people compensate. Why? Because the core area, abs, is so tricky to control, and it took me years to figure out for myself how to actually work before I finished all my trainings. And when I finished personal training, I was like, okay, now I know how to do it. But some people don't pay attention, and they're doing like 100 times, and 2 days after workout, lower back is so sore. Why? That's why. Because movement is arching lower back, making this gap between the floor and your spine needs to be flat on the floor without any movement. So as much as stability you have in your hips, lower back, you're working for strong core muscles. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, you can ask me now. Okay, let's say you are pretty strong with your core. This is easy. How can I go more challenge myself in here? Lifting your shoulders, but it's not about lifting head. To lift your shoulders, you need to engage your abs. So you're trying to press your lower back to the floor to activate your abs for more action, to be able to lift your shoulders without any discomfort in your neck, which is the common thing to feel. Yeah, I'm doing my abs, I'm doing my crunches, and my neck is killing me, because when you lift your head first, you're just hanging the rest of your body in your neck. That's why. So you need to remember, movement to lift your upper body is from your core. So press your lower back to the floor, engage your abs, and you're lifting your chest. And you can just go inhale down, exhale up, or you can hold later on, or you're going to add your legs movement as well as your arms. Lots of things you can do later on, but I think we're going to stick on this one. But important is lower back is flat on the floor. Otherwise, it's just the pain in your lower back, and it's not doing anything to make stronger abs. Okay, let's stretch all the muscles on the front. Place your feet, your hips width apart, arms as well beside your body, and squeeze your buttocks muscles as you're trying to lift your hips off the floor. Just your lower part. Try to keep the upper part, especially in your shoulder blades area, still on the floor. Okay? And as you exhale, really slowly try to roll your spine, vertebra at a time, from the top to your lower back and your tailbone. Inhale, squeezing glutes to lift hips, and slowly let's roll back down. Good exercise for strong glutes and lower back. So when you do the previous one and this one, you're not going to have any problems with your lower back. The simplest exercises are the best, because you can control and focus just on one movement. Excellent. How to challenge your core muscles if you'd like to is by moving your arms away from your body. So you've got good stability, it's only movement up and down. You can move your arms away. If your shoulders level, you can drive your arms together, pointing up, or even move your arms over your head, but keep off the floor. What you're not going to feel is a good stability. Just keep your arms by your side. The arms help you to keep good position, so you can only work up and down. Still good? You can challenge your hamstring, back of your leg, the upper part, and your glutes by lifting here. You can start first just one at a time, alternative foot, or both together. So that's the way to give more challenge, the same muscles, doing the same position, so you can actually check how far you can go, what works for you. And now bring your arms by your side, slowly roll your spine to the floor. Let's stretch your glutes and your lower back, bringing knees to your chest. And depends how they stretch right now. In your glutes and hamstrings, the upper part, back of your legs, your feet lower or higher. Okay, so find the position you're feeling good stretch. If you've got good flexibility, you can place your hands behind your knees and pull them towards you. So you're going to lift your hips off the floor to increase the stretch in your lower back. That's right. Inhale and slowly exhale. Excellent. Maybe one more. And now place your feet apart, nice and flat, arms away from your body. And now let's twist your legs side to side. You can try to pull your knees to the floor, but only if opposite shoulder is still down. So when you notice, let's say you're moving your legs to your left, pulling your left knee to the floor, and you're lifting your right shoulder, that's a sign. Your body is saying, that's too much, I'm just compensating. Lift your shoulder. You're going to use the gravity point in your body, the balancing point, to go easier. So find how far you can move, what's the range of movement, keeping both shoulders the same position. Another very good stretch for your lower back area to give good flexibility in your lower back, hips, as well as stretching all the side back muscles. Okay, now let's stretch your legs. With your arms overhead to give yourself a good stretch from your fingers to your toes, from your heels to your fingers, stretch all your muscles. And now arms by your side, palms facing up. Let's do some relaxation after all the stretches. We deserve some time to just relax, forget about everything. So if you'd like to, you can close your eyes. If you prefer, you can move yourself on your sofa to be more comfortable. So just find a good position for yourself you're gonna be comfortable with. And try to listen to your breaths. Deep breath in and slowly out. Inhale and slowly exhale. And now, try to relax your hands. Try to relax muscles in your face. And release any tension in your neck. Deep breath in and slowly out. Let it go. And now, try to relax your shoulders, left and right. Relax your arms, left arm, right. And relax your hands, left hand and right. Let them go loose. Let it go. Deep breath in and slowly out. And now, try to relax your hips, left hip and right. Relax your legs, left and right leg. And relax your feet. Relax your left foot and relax your right. Release any tension. Deep breath in, out. Your body is heavy. Your body is relaxed. Try to feel this sensation. Enjoy this moment. Relax. Release. Rest. And now, take the deep inhale, exhale, and slowly open your eyes and start to wake your body. So start your fingers, open and shut your hands, move your toes, move your feet. Give yourself good stretch again, with your arms over your head to stretch all your muscles to wake up. Very slowly place your feet flat on the floor, roll over on one side. Really slowly go easy, especially for your lower back. And if you're ready, you don't have to rush, you can stay where you are. Just if you're ready to finish, you can sit down.
Well, I fell asleep.
Oh, good.
I really did. That was great. Thank you.
Glad to hear that.
I'm sorry. Does anybody have anything that they want to ask or any questions that they have for Alicia?
Yeah.
Any questions concerning the back? I had a question. So, what do you say to someone like myself who saw you standing on one foot and spinning around with one toe, and everything, and I'm getting jealous and frustrated because I can't get to that point yet? What do you say to somebody like that?
Just leave the ego before you start your practice. And I know, especially for guys, they are so competitive, but it's not a shortcut. And if you start to focus on things you can do, you get frustrated. So try to appreciate the things you can do it, and try to see the progress, even if it's small. Oh yeah, I'm going lower. My hamstring is not that tight. Yeah, I don't feel this strong pulling sensation when I stretch. Is going easier. So if you start to think about things you're improving and you're good at, instead, okay, yeah, this is far, long way for me, and it's like, yeah, I want to even give up. Just turn around and see what you've done already. I think this is the thing. Just if you start to fixate about things we can't do it, it's only one way. Fight two ways. Fight it against your body, just doing something, just push and force because you want to progress right now at this moment.
Right.
Or you say, yoga is too hard, I just give up. It's not for me. So, I think it's better to just, okay, it just takes time because, it is a long journey, but as long as gently you go with your body, the progress is much quicker. Because in the gym, it's like, you need to feel the pain, you need to feel the muscles pump, and, they're getting tired to build the strength. But flexibility is just completely opposite. You need to just go super, super gentle, super, super easy. And when you start to think about the movement, which muscles you need to control, which you're stretching, when you need to contract, you don't have time to think, okay, I'm doing the same or not, because you are actually just focused how this position works for me.
Okay.
And this is my message right now for everyone, because I don't know why people put on the social media only super advanced poses. And seriously, I'm telling you right now, I'm really being honest, I'm watching them, and right now I've got more time, so Damian can do the videos or picture. If it's only me here, it's tricky to do any poses. And I said, okay, I will try this one. I said, no way. It's no way it's gonna happen. I said, it's not the point I'm doing yoga. It's nothing like I want to do the picture with some crazy legs around my head or stuff like that. Legs, you can even tell where is the head, where is the leg, stuff like this. Super crazy thing. But for me, it's like, as long as I'm working my body and everything in the right place, I don't have any pain, I don't have, anything wrong with myself, and I'm feeling great after the session. This is what I need for yoga. It's nothing like I need to do the crazy pose to just show people how good I am at yoga, because it's not my intention. But if that would be my way to go, but like, I'm rubbish, so why are you even doing that? So you need to find what is your reason to do yoga. We've got the Facebook group for beginners. Yeah, you are on this group. And people asking, I want to do splits in 3 months. Why? What's the reason 3 months? Because someone did? Maybe this person was a gymnastic or ballet dancer as a child. So the muscles, the flexibility still is there. So it's much quicker. Why you giving us a deadline for something? You don't know how your body is going to respond for that. And people like giving answer, oh yeah, let's do the splits every day, like for 2 minutes. And I'm just saying, that's why. Why? You just want to win some competition who is going to do the splits in quicker time? I think it's a wrong message from yoga to people. Copy the picture. The picture just shows the mobility of someone's body. It's not my body.
Right.
It's not Damian's body. It's nobody. Everybody is different. That's why my message, my motto is yoga is for everyone, but everyone's yoga is different. So comparing with someone else, that's a wrong way to go. You're gonna be frustrated and one day just say, I'm just going to give up. Or you're going to push yourself, force too much, and you just injure yourself. And one day just wake up, do some stretching, and hamstring pop, and that's it. End of story. And you're out of anything for few weeks or even months. And I know a few people like that, but I know some people have got this competitive nature, which is really, really hard to work. But it's just to find, okay, just give yourself the answer why I'm doing yoga, because I want to do the splits. It's not the case,
Right.
This is what I think, and that's why people they got the picture, oh yeah, Alicia, let's do that. And sorry guys, but you are not ready for that, so I'm not even trying, because you're going to injure yourself. And because you're going to try, it's gonna be too hard, even halfway we not get there, you're gonna be frustrated. So the point is to find the right level you are comfortable with, and say, oh yeah, I can do that, so makes you happy, you're feeling better, and how far you can go, and what is for the next level, and eventually you will get there. That's for sure. But patient, and appreciate your body as it is at the moment, and just work with your body.
What about? Thank you for that. What about food? Do you have any recommended Do you have any sort of food regimen that you follow? Whatever.
That's a good question. When I started
I
yoga
ask a lot of
many
questions
years
on it.
ago, many years ago, there was only books in the library. Sounds like a stone age. There was no YouTube, there was no fitness clubs, nothing, no classes, and just my friend from, I don't know, probably from America, because you guys with everything first. Everything new is from America. So I'm assuming someone from her family member just came to Poland, show her yoga, and she asked us, okay, let's do yoga. And that was the start. So I went to the library, just borrow all the books, and I approached the book, the traditional yoga, and they were saying you can't eat this one, you must this one, you must do this one, but there was no explanation why. And because they force me for something, for some for things I didn't understand, it was like, okay, I just go for feeling good and be more flexible and have more strength. And that was for years. And last year or 2 years ago, I start to try different diet, lifestyle, stuff like that. And what I notice, when I drop my protein intake, meat, the flexibility is much better. And I watched the documentary on Netflix, Game Changers. I think that's the title. And they say exactly the same thing. And I did the juicing detox. First for 3 days, after some break, coming back to normal food for 7 days, for 28 days. And I noticed, oh my God, my flexibility is just improving. And I said, what? I do all the things the same. I've got the same number of classes, so I didn't check anything. I changed the diet. And later on, I come across with this documentary, Game Changer, and this is from America. All the professional athletes say on this documentary, they change only the diet. The training is the same. The routine is everything the same. They just change the diet, change the animal protein for the plant-based protein, and they see massive difference with performance, strength, and flexibility. And I agree with that. So my advice would be just try to focus to eat more plant-based food, really. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think my mother will enjoy. She probably is happy to hear you say that because she's a vegetarian and she does not eat. She's a plant-based diet for the most part. So you said the documentary is Game Changer,
yes,
right?
Yes, Game Changer.
And
it's not on Netflix. Very
so,
interesting. Yeah. And it's not only they saying, they've got some science behind. They've done some research. There was some testing going on this group of people who were changed the diet. Some of them, they had the placebo effect. So it's like, okay, this is the meat, but actually wasn't the meat. So they didn't even know about it. Very interesting. Yeah. So yeah, if you'd like to know more about it, I advise to watch that. Yeah.
And so I think I heard you mention something about juicing. What
Yes.
Do you juice? You go on a juice fast or something like that?
Yes, I did. Everything what I do is because of my clients. One day they come to me and say, Alicia, have you heard about the juicing? And I said, never ever in my life. What do you think about it? Nothing, because I haven't tried. So what I can say, okay, let's try. And I felt amazing. Of course, the first 3 days is a torture. You think about food like crazy. You get this vision about food constantly. You just want food. So the first 3 days is a killer. But after that, as your body adapts, which is, as we work, whatever you do, your body is going to adapt, you enjoy more. But the start, and I was honest with my clients, and I said, I felt amazing. And I actually choose the right time because it was the summer. It's not that hot in UK, but still, people was like, oh my God, it's so hot. I said, I'm fine. And I try to, dig deeper with this juice fasting and how it's going to affect your body. And that was actually one of the effects. Because you don't have food, you don't produce heat in your body. So for the summer, for the holiday, that's actually a good idea because you're not feeling that hot as is outside. Your body is more, resistant for the heat, let's say this way. And when I said, okay, guys, yeah, I've got even on my Instagram, day by day, how was it? And they will say, we can see, your figure is leaner, especially the belly area. This is the stubborn part to really lose. This is the last one. So the juicing really, really helps. But when I told them the first day, second day, three first days, they are crazy. And they said, I said, okay, forget about the juicing. So you need to be super highly motivated to try that. But because I enjoyed it, after 2 months, I decided to do another 3 days. But after 3 days, okay, I'm fine. So let's do another 3. And I came back for all the food again, eat as normal. And gradually I reached 28 days. And yeah, I had energy like crazy all day long. Think if you don't eat food, you're gonna be, lack of energy, very, very slow, everything. Your brain, your vision, everything is super sharp. I don't know, why, but yeah, that was my experience. And I noticed so much. Yeah, maybe you're just like a hunter. Where is the food? And it's really,
it's like a shark.
right?
You can spot piece of ham.
The trick with juicing is you can't go. Okay, let's say you're going to do 3 days. On the 4th day, you can't go and eat normal food. You can't go to the restaurant. You have to introduce the food gradually because there was no food for 3 days and your digestive system is not ready for full meal. And I think for people it's overwhelming because you still need to control yourself, go slow. It's like training your brain, your mind, be strong to just stick. Okay, first we just add some fruits and vegetables. Later on we add some protein, and later on we've got some nuts, oil, stuff like that, fat, and so on, so on. So yeah, you're doing juicing for 3 days, but coming back to normal eating takes another 4 days. Yeah, so, but it is interesting. So yeah, I really recommend to watch this documentary. And I think it's worth it to try because, everybody's going to experience differently. For me, it was amazing because I surely just went on my madness. Oh my God, I'm going much deeper to the position when like 2 weeks ago. And I started feeling why? Because I haven't changed anything. And it was the only one thing, my diet. Yeah. No animal protein, just the plant based. So people ask me, okay, you are vegan, you are vegetarian. I'm just saying, clear diet based on plants. Because if you put on yourself label, you're feeling so strict. Okay, I can't. I can if I want to. So if I got, okay, we just go on holiday and yeah, got some nice fish, just very fresh catch in the morning. Why not? It's nothing happened to my body if I eat just once very occasionally. If you're vegan, you can't. Okay? I don't know, maybe it's some philosophy behind this. I never dig that deep. But I know people put the label because they want to try diet, because someone said, okay, yeah, I'm vegan and I'm really lean. But yeah, depends how your body reacts for different food, really. And for me, took over 30 years to figure out I can't eat sugar and I can't eat fat. I need to be really strict how much I'm taking because my body just simply responding for that. So someone can eat whole cake or half of the cake for the morning. For me, just looking at this cake, I'm just gaining weight, and this is what it is. So for people, some people are going to work, for other people, it's not going to work. That's why there's lots of different diets, but I think we need to be more flexible. That's what I think. Instead just put the label, yeah, I'm just keto one, so you just give your body too much restriction, really. So at the end of the day, food is to enjoy as well, to just indulge your body. Of course, in the control way, but yeah.
That's cool. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Does anybody have anything else before we sign off? You're quiet today.
Yeah, very quiet.
I appreciate it, Alicia, and I think that one thing that since we've met that I've learned to do is what we talked about in the beginning. A little bit about in the beginning is I don't have to have a specific time that I want to do something. I can always go to your channel, pull up a video, right, and be with you.
Yeah.
So thank you for the videos that you put on. Thank you for coming tonight. I know it's late there. Thank you and Damien for staying up, hanging out with us, and for always being concerned about our health and well-being. I just appreciate you doing it and what you do. Thank you.
Thank you,
So
Chris.
yeah, thank you very much for inviting us and sharing something, what I'm good at from my experience. And we have on Sunday, this coming Sunday, we're gonna be live for 5 hours. What time is gonna be in New York?
In New York,
We start 11
it's
o'clock.
1 o'clock p.m. here, so
it's 5 o'clock.
8 a.m.
So we're going to finish.
8 a.m. New York time.
So it's gonna be as we finish, but still it's gonna be on my YouTube channel, so you can watch later on.
8 until 1. New York time.
Yeah, we're going to start. So yeah, we're going to finish because we're planning to finish 5 o'clock.
What are you going to be doing for 5 hours?
The same what I'm doing here with you guys. So it's gonna be live
like
chat.
Workshop.
We're going to call that as a workshop because as a beginner, what I find from my experience to work mostly with beginners is to understand every single pose, what you're doing, why you're doing, which muscles work, what's the purpose for the pose. Instead, okay, yeah, this is the position, we need to hold it like this. And for example, today, I had the live stream session for 30 minutes and I was talking about the pigeon pose, 30 minutes. So I gave some stretching before to just warm your muscles up, and I explained in very small details how you go there. Depends how you've got the ability, mobility. And I think this is the approach we need to change in yoga industry right now. Instead of just, okay, this is the pigeon. People can't do that, simply can't do that because we've got the limitations. And I said, Damian, the idea is actually from today. After this 30 minutes, I said, I need to do something longer to explain more, to share my experience and my knowledge with people, to enjoy, even if it's very, very, far, let's say, behind the position. So you're very, very beginner, but you're comfortable with this pose. So for me, this is important. You can see how far eventually you can go, but this is your position for now, and you're comfortable and you're happy and you're stretching muscles. Because people forcing them for the proper, perfect pose, and they say, yeah, that's a torture for me. I know, because it's not the right level. So I like to just show people you don't have to be super flexible with long legs, long arms, super slim to do yoga. Everybody can do yoga. So that's my message for this 5 hours workshop. It's gonna be some breaks you're going to see on live chat. If there's any questions, I'm going to answer as well. It's nothing like I'll ask people to go for 5 hours yoga, because that'd be the killer. So it's more like give them the idea and demonstrations in very, very small details what you can do to work with your body, but you're still doing yoga and you're feeling fantastic. Yeah.
Got it. All right, cool. That's exciting. I'll be looking forward to that. I'm not going to be up for 5 hours, but I will be trying to check in early Sunday morning and see how things are going. Cool. Good luck to you with that too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
My mom said thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys very much. I hope you guys sleep well, stay healthy, and I'm sure we'll be talking very soon.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Yes, yeah.
All right,
We'll
guys,
be in
take care of
touch.
yourself.
Bye, guys.
All right, God
Take
bless
care.
you.